Hello students, in this video I'm going to show you a practical demonstration. Now the reason behind that is I did tell you that collocations cannot be learned by rules, but then they will have to be learned by um, more paying attention towards the collocations native speakers use and also by practicing, and this practice involves supply of as much as vocabulary you know in the English language. So this is how it is going to go. After I do this, I might give you a worksheet in the coming classes, and when I give you the worksheet, you will know what to do with it, right? So we are going to start with the first worksheet, and I will complete the first worksheet. Let me open the worksheet. So this is how it goes. There are at least this is a book by Oliviera Shaina, and this workbook which is available only as an ebook. I will definitely share them with you, but then they will be shared with you in a kind of an installment basis. I won't be sharing you the whole worksheet with you. I'll be sharing whenever it is possible, maybe one quiz at a time or 5 quiz at a time, depending upon the classes we depending upon the non-live classes. Now in this particular exercise, you would see that in front of you there are few sentences, and then in the top it says circle the best word to complete each sentence. Now you might remember we are talking about collocation, but then in the first sentence that a friend of mine gave slash took slash went, right? These are the three words they have been underlined. So it is to understand that you are supposed to select one word from it. Now when you select one word from this, you would find a contradiction with what the lecture you saw, right? I have shared this collocation in the same link with you. But then you would find a contradiction. Now the contradiction is that I told you that collocation is a combination of words, but then there is just one word here, meaning if you select the right word, there is just. Now what we forget to do is that collocations is simple understanding where the word birth in the first sentence comes after the word we are going to select is also part of the collocation, and that is why you are being given the choice, right? So let me explain it to you in this way. Go over the first sentence. A friend of mine gave birth, took birth, went birth to her son at home with the help of a nurse, right? Now you do understand that only one word is right, right? It is either gave or took or went. It's not all of them. One of the word is right. Now, when I read the sentence, now from your own experience of studying language for a very long time, you know that gave is the right word to circle. So the solution goes like this: a friend of mine gave birth to a son at home with the help of a nurse. Now, why did you not choose took birth, or why did you went birth? If you go through the tense of the sentence, and look at the tense of took and look at the tense of went, somehow you may think that the tense is right, but then the word is not right. For example, you could have already said a friend of mine took birth to her son, right? Maybe that you are trying to look at the past tense of the word take, and then you say took, right? But then finally in your mind, something tells you that the word took is wrong. You would straight away eliminate the word went, but then you would also eliminate the word took. If it had been a competitive exam, this is how we would have gone with it. You would have eliminated took, you would have eliminated went. So inside your mind, as a user of, or as a non-native speaker who has for at least the last 10 years, you would go with the word gave. So the right word is a friend of mine gave birth to a son at home with the help of a nurse. Now coming back to our contradiction. Now gave is not the collocation. Gave birth is the collocation, because birth is a noun here, and then we are being asked to give a verb which will go better with the word which follows this word. That is, what is the word which will precede the word birth, which is right. That is what we are looking, and that is collocations, right? Though in other examples the word took and went might be right, might seem right to you, this particular context is not right. The word gave is right. Now let us go ahead and look at the next example. In this example, we have the last word which is a noun, which is a plural noun called homes. Now this homes is part of the collocation, right? So look at that. Let me read this. A number of the kids in my classroom come from broken slash damaged slash hurt homes. Now you could straight away eliminate the word hurt. Nobody would go for it, so you do not you do not sound yourself a proficient language learner. You would obviously guess that hurt is not the right word, so you could straight away go and eliminate it. Now you will have to decide between broken homes or damaged homes. Now if it is broken homes is the collocation. Select the word damaged homes is the collocation. Now, once again, let me remind you, collocation is the possibility or the most often a word can be associated. Now, when you read the meaning, a number of kids in my classroom come from dash homes, which word has the most probability or more often can you see the possibility of this word going with that word? And this word I mean broken or damaged. By that word I mean word homes, the word you're looking for a collocation for. Now you would have guessed it, the right word is broken home and not damaged, right? Because when you say damaged, you might get into a feeling that the house is not the home, right? House is the physical building. Home is place where a family lives. Always about family inclusive, right? It's not just the physical building, physical structure. Home is something mental, right? Physical and mental together, right? The family, right? That lives in the house plus the house itself, right? So it is home. Now house is only the physical structure, so you don't say damaged. If you have had the word house there, maybe you could go with damaged house. But then even then, the front part, the first part of the sentence would allow you to only let us in that particular manner go and look at the other examples. Let me go with the third example. A number of after a hostile or cruel or bitter divorce from his wife of 20, the actor married a woman young enough to. Now, in the third sentence, we are supposed to find a word which can be associated with the word divorce, right? So, I am going with the word bitter. And if you had guessed bitter, you are right too. Look at the fourth example. I see my dash family once a year during our annual family vacation. And the options are accepted, expanded, and extended. Now, which one do you think you could go with? After hard thinking, I think you would have selected the word extended, because the word extended is the one which could go with the word family, forming a collocation. Fifth example. I was raised in a very dash family. Everyone helped. The, the options are joyful, loving, tender. The right answer for this sentence is loving family, and loving family is the apt, perfect, or an appropriate collocation. So if you read it, you would find it. I was raised in a very loving family, which everyone helped each other. Of course, you would have thought that the word tender also goes, and you sound much better. But then, as a collocation which is decided by the native speaker, definitely not us. The word loving perfectly fits here rather than tender or joyful. Look at the next example. I was dashed by my grandparents after my parents passed away. Now you would see that this is an easy. Don't go with the word created or grown. Obviously, as soon as I read the sentence, I have gone with the word raised by my grandparents, and raised is the right answer. Look at the seventh sentence. I am on good dash with all my former boyfriends. So the options are friends, relations, terms. You know that the word terms only fits with the the rest of the sentence. So only if you read it in this manner, you would find the sentence. I am on good terms with all my former boyfriends, right? you don't find it nice, or you don't find it natural when you read it in this manner. I am on good relations with all my former boyfriends. Even you some terms, you would find that it sounds correct. Yes, right. So we will move on to the next example. John had a dash childhood, growing up with happily married parents. And yes, if you had guessed word carefree is the right collocation, then you are right. John had a carefree childhood, growing up with happily married parents and three brothers. Example number 9. Many women regret dash and abortion years afterwards. Many women regret having an abortion years afterwards. Example number 10. My aunt's going through a dash course. She is paying a fortune in legal fees. And the options are messy, sloppy, untidy. The right answer is my aunt's going through a messy divorce. She is paying a fortune. Example number 11. My husband doesn't get along with a few of my family dash. And the options are people, individual, members. The right answer is members, and the right sentence go like this. My husband doesn't get along with a few of my family members. Example number 12. Although my salary is low, I get child dash from my husband. Now the options are assistance, provision, support. Now you would have guessed the right answer. It is the word support. So the right sentence like this. Although my salary is, I get child support from my. Sentence number 13. My sister dash pregnant immediately after she got married. The options are got, had, and made. This is an easy one. You would have straight away found out that the word got is the right fit before the word pregnant. My sister got pregnant immediately after she got married. Sentence number 14. My son is making a diagram of our family dash for a school project. The options are roots, tree, web. And this is also an easy one where straight away you would take the word in center, which is my son is making a diagram of our family tree for a school project. Sentence number 50. My wife is pregnant with, they are dash in. This is again an easy one. If you have listened to me talk, you would straight away choose you. So the sentence goes like this. Wife is pregnant with twins, they are due in. Sentence number 6. Sally was granted sole dash of the children from her first marriage. The answer to this is Sally was granted sole custody of the children from her first marriage. If you use the other words in the sentence, you cannot find it natural. Sentence number 17. Teenagers who had a dash childhood often have behavior problems. The right answer is teenagers who had a troubled childhood often have behavior problems. Any other word wouldn't. Sentence number 18. The celebrity wrote a book about his dash family. Now this is something which confused you, but then the right answer is dysfunctional. Celebrity wrote a book about his dysfunctional. Other words wouldn't fit it properly. Sentence number 19. The divorce dash awarded the wife $500,000. The solution is the divorce settlement awarded the wife $500,000. Sentence number. There are 4 people in my dash family. Solution is there are 4 people in my immediate family. Although you want to meet it, you could never use the word close. could only use the word immediate. And the word neighboring does not at all fit, and that much you know. So the right solution, let me repeat it once. There are four people in my immediate family, and other words wouldn't sound natural in this sentence. The last sentence example will be, they have three biological and two dash. You know straight away that the answer adopted is, so the solution goes like this. They have three biological, two adopted children. Now you could see that when you make an attempt at the sentences with which have collocations, you are much you are giving your effort, and then it makes you much easier to choose the right answer. And this is how you could actually practice collocation. So what I'm going to do in the next class, next non-live class after today, is that I'm going to give you worksheets on collocations, which would make you better in speaking English language in a natural and a refined manner. Thank you.